Hi y'all, welcome to the Messy Studio. Time to get back to this multi-axis three-sided box. If you remembered, last time I marked my holes for my off-center, I've got it turned around. I'm going to put it back between centers and make sure it's true and part it off and then put it back together. I just hope I can get it to stay together because I want to do this with a twist. You'll see what I mean. Let's go. They're still running relatively true, but I want to part it there. Okay, I've got that parted off. Now I'm going to hollow this so that it fits on here. And I want it to be a really tight fit. Lovely. I don't know how well that's going to hold together, but we'll see. I hear what you're thinking. Billy, you're using tape on the outside to hold that together? Aren't you going to turn the outside off? Yeah, I am. There's a madness to my method. You're just going to have to wait and see. Actually, since I'm going to be turning it off center, I will only be cutting away part of the masking tape, so that'll leave the bulk of it in place, and then when I get that one side done, I'll tape it, and etc. and go, etc. etc. You'll see. Actually, we'll both see. I don't know if it's going to work. It might. And then it might not. It may end up being a dismal failure. Okay, so now we're going to do the between centers things. And so, and I know I've got this lined up right because I lined it up with my marks. That goes to there, and there was one on this end that goes to there. So I've got the grain back lined up and it matches. So first thing first, I want to color these ends because I'm going to be cutting down to there. So once I get to my mark, my color, then I know I'm deep enough. You saw me do this. If you watched the other multi-sided or three-sided box video, you saw this. Okay, both ends are marked. Now because I'm going to do this one a little different, I'm just not going to put it between hole 1 and hole 1. The headstock will be the first number, tailstock will be the second number. The headstock, I'm going to go hole 1. And the tailstock, we're going to go hole 2. So 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and 3 to 1. I don't know if that makes sense right now, but it might in a minute. Wow, that's wonky. With this diameter, he did a smaller diameter. With this diameter, I may need to move in closer so I've got less of a acute angle. So let me do that. I'll move in a 1/4 of an inch and see if that helps. Go back to hole 1. And back to hole 2. Yeah, that's not quite as funkified. We'll see. Now let's move it. That was 1 and 2, so now we're going to go to 2 and 3. Now I'll put some more tape. Alright, more tape. Alright, now we'll put it in 3. And 1. This is turning out both better than I hoped and not as good as I hoped. Yes, I am an oxymoron. Emphasis on the moron. If you wanted the lid to be able to fit in any of the 3 axes, then everything would have to be perfect. But that's not what I'm after. Alright, I'm going to use this to measure my cove. That's how deep I want that. Alright. The hard part's done. Oh, really? Done, but there's your three-sided box with a twist, and the grain will all line up nicely when it's done. Now I can chuck it up, finish the inside of the lid, turn it around, do the inside of the box. Inside done and sanded. Yes, I forgot to turn the camera on. Sorry. It's a 1 pound cut of shellac and sanding sealer. I spent about an hour hand sanding with the top on. The thing bad about these exotic shapes is you pretty much have to hand sand everything, and it's a pain. So now I'm going to put a Forstner bit in here and drill it out. Check your depth. I've seen people not do this. Always hang on to your drill chuck, especially while retracting it. Otherwise it'll stick in there and pull out of your quill and flop all over the place, and you can get hurt. turn this down and make a little handle on top without having to put a finial on it. Use my 3/8 inch spindle gouge. The memory card. I've got this chucked up. So I'm going to take this bottom off carefully after I put my face shield on. About 880. My soft touch came apart. All right, let's try this again. It didn't booger the lip up too bad because I had rubber bands on it. It threw them, but Scheisse. Fix these little oopses with the Dremel. It's no big deal. power sand the crap out of the bottom. And I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Well, here it is. One coat of sanding sealer. I've sanded it down with 4/0 steel wool. Signed it. Now I've still got to sand down the top. Then I'll shoot it with lacquer. And we'll be done. I'll come back when it's got the lacquer on it. So here it is. A 3-sided box with a twist. The twist incorporates the lid. All the way around. And yes, it's not absolutely perfect, because if you turn it this way, it doesn't quite line up right. You got a little overhang. Or this way. But in the way, once it's lined up in the orientation in which it was turned, it fits perfectly. It's not a friction fit. And I put a big lid, I made the knob somewhat large in case somebody with arthritis decides to buy it. It'll be easy to get off. Just big enough for some trinkets. So, would I do it again? Not in juniper. This stuff is just so brittle. I love how smooth it is, and I love the figure in it. It's just amazing. I love the figure in this juniper. Even with the bark inclusions. The problem is it's so brittle. Even if your tools are just razor sharp, there's problems sometimes. And you saw some of the issues I had as we went through this. But with chip out and everything else. But I'm happy with it. Could have been worse. I think using a harder, more dense wood like oak might be a little too dense, but like maple or cherry or walnut or some of the others, it would turn out a little bit better, a little easier. Maybe not better, but easier. Thanks for watching. Come back to the messy studio and see what we get into next. Not real sure what I'm going to tackle. Got to think about it. Please like, subscribe, come back and see us, y'all. I really appreciate it. Have a good one.